So you want to make a looping tunnel. Okay, I'm just joking with you guys. Hey guys, welcome on back. TutsByKai. I'm Kai, and today we are back in Blender once again, taking a look at how to make a looping tunnel. And I'm joking. So pretty much, I get this so often. You guys want to know how to make a scene look like it's looping, or it's never ending, it's endless. And you guys always ask me about like tunnels and stuff like that, and I figured we'll do this really cool abstract like neon thing. So you got so many people have been asking this. I figured we might as well just do it today. So what we're gonna be doing is we're using default cube today. Happy day for default cube. I'm gonna hit tab to go into edit mode, and then go up here to the top left and choose face select mode. Grab the front and back face, just middle mouse button to pan around my scene. Middle mouse button. People think I say mini mouse button, or other weird things. They don't understand. I'm saying middle mouse button. Middle mouse button. There we go. We're gonna hold down shift and left click to grab the front and the back of the cube. Hit delete on your keyboard and then go to faces and click faces. Now the cube is hollow, not hollow, but you can go through it. Hit tab to go back out of edit mode, and now we can go ahead and hit S to scale this bad boy up. And I want to grab our camera and hit Alt G and Alt R to clear the rotation and location of the camera. Then hit RX 90 on our numpad and hit enter to confirm that movement. So I can zoom on in here, and I want to grab our cube and hit H to hide it for a second. I'm gonna hit 3 on our numpad, and then we're gonna select our camera once again. Now this is the front of the camera over here, and this is the back of the camera. And now I don't want the point to be in the middle. I want the actual this part of the camera to be on the line in the blue line in the middle. So I'm gonna hit GY to move this back until the front of the camera is resting on the blue line. That's pretty close. First try. I'm gonna zoom in as close as I can get here, which is really close. Might as well be just exactly on the line. And I hit GY to move it exactly on that line. Then that'd be perfect, but I think I just got it perfect. But that's cool. So close, but it's fine. So I think, what is that? It's probably 1.4, but it's probably not exact. So don't worry about that number if it's not perfect, because it's probably not going to be exact. But that's cool. All right, so now that that's done, I'm going to hit 0 to go back into the camera's view, and then hit Alt R to undo the hiding. So now we can see the cube once again. So I'm going to make sure this is in the center of the canvas, which it is still. The cube is in the center still. I'm going to go to the modifiers tab and add a modifier. This modifier is going to be an array modifier. And because we don't want it to go to the side, I want to go front and back. I'm going to turn this value from 1 to 0. And then we're going to put this second value on 1. Hit enter. Boom. Now, we got that one going forward. But we need more than just 2 of these bad boys to actually make this thing loop. So I'm going to go ahead and choose the count. I'm going to turn the count up to 30. Hit enter on that, and now you can see this goes out pretty far. We don't really need anything farther than 30, because anything farther than 30 is not going to be rendered by the camera anyway. That's where it kind of cuts off. So yeah, we're going to just do 30. I'm going to hit Shift A to add in a mesh plane, and then hit RX 90 to rotate that, and hit enter to confirm. Hit S to scale it up. You can see it down here. S to scale it up, and then hit GY to move it all the way back behind the cube. Now you can just zoom in here and you can see, there we go. Just move it up close to it. Doesn't have to be exactly perfectly on it. It's fine the way that it is. All right, cool. Now with the long cube that we have array modified out, I'm going to hit period so I can zoom in to it. Actually, I'm gonna hit tab first and then hit period. Sorry. Actually, select one of the vertices. Go to vertices select mode. Select one of the vertices, then hit tab, then hit period. Sorry. All right, now we're zoomed in, so it's not difficult to move around because this thing is so big. We can go ahead and open up the tab on the left hand side here, and then go to loop cut. Grab the loop cut tool, make sure it's going lengthwise like this, and then just click once, create a loop. Then go back to select mode up here, hit GY to move this a loop about right there. Looks good to me. Go back to face select mode. We can select all these faces now. So if I move my camera about right here and then hold down Alt and Shift. Hold down Alt and Shift, and then just click a couple times until it selects the whole loop, or you can just do it the easy way. Hold down Shift and select each one of these faces. Cool. Now, go to the Material tab with all 4 of those selected. Hit this little plus button, and then hit Add New Material. Change the surface from Principled BSDF to Emission, and then change the color to whatever color you want to change it to. I'm going to change it to, I did green in my test, but I'm going to change it to yellow for this because we haven't had a yellow thumbnail in a while. I'm going to hit assign. Now I'm going to change the strength from 1 to 10. Hit enter on that. Now, if we hit tab to go out of edit mode and then go to material mode, you can now see that we have the yellow stripe on every single one of these cubes going all the way down, which is super cool because we've array modified it. We don't have to do that for every single one. Now we have a tunnel, but I don't want this to be white, so I'm going to select our white material, go down to base color, and then change this to almost black, not all the way back black, almost black, and then we can just turn the specular all the way up, the roughness almost all the way down, and then go to render viewport shading. Now you can see we got something looks like this. I'm going to turn roughness down just a little tiny bit more. Cool. Now, with our world tab, in our world tab right here, I'm going to go to color and change this to solid black. There we go. So now I'm going to also go to the render properties tab here and check bloom on, which is the bulk of the awesomeness of the scene, as you can tell. Now, I'm going to reach all the way back down to the back of the tunnel here and click, and that is now our plane. So we've selected our plane. I'm going to go to the material tab once again, hit this little drop down, and then select the yellow material. Now you can see the yellow material is back there as well, which is what I want. Hit 0 to go into the camera's view, and you can see now, since it is a little bit off, like I said, the camera's not rendering because it's too far away. So I'm gonna hit 0, then GY until the plane is in view, which is about right there. I tested this and 30 was fine, but 30 is even too much for this right now. So I'm a couple off. There we go. Yeah, you can just dial this back a little bit because we don't need that many of those. You can just probably leave it about right there, maybe even. We'll just leave it on 30. Who cares? It's fine. All right, now for the actual looping part, it's not moving. It's not doing anything right now. Why? This is what we need to do. All right, with our long cube selected, with our long tunnel cube selected, I'm going to go and open up the timeline here and change the start frame to 0. And change the end frame to 100. And then on frame 0, I'm going to hit I, location. Then I'm going to go and hit this button right here to go to frame 100. I'm going to hit G, Y, 10, negative. So we know that's our marker. So if I hit GY to move this piece until the yellow is resting on the edge of the camera, I can hit I, location. Then we can go to the first frame. And then hit GY until, move it backwards this time, hit GY until the yellow line is resting on the camera. There we go, I location. Now when we play this, you can see that it is moving, and that is exactly what we want, which is nice. And now it does loop, but you can see it slows down and it starts up, which is not what I want at all. So we can fix this super easily by going ahead, pausing this, splitting our window into 2 by dragging up from the bottom or the top or the left or the right, wherever, as long as your cursor turns into a little plus like that. Change this editor type to the graph editor, sorry. And now you can see this is a curve. That's why this is slowing down and starting up and getting, smoothed out. We don't want that. I'm going to double tap A until everything is selected. I'm going to hit key and then go to interpolation mode and change this to linear. Now you can see the camera will not slow down and will not start up. And as you can tell, we are having an infinite loop right now, which is the super coolest thing. I'm going to select our camera, go to the camera tab, and go to viewport display, open this up, and change the opacity all the way up to 100. Sweet. Now, we can also do the same thing with rotation, just really quick. I'm going to leave this open because we have to do that in a second. On the 0 frame, I'm going to hit I, rotation, go to last frame, hit RY 180, hit left click, hit I, rotation, and now you can see we can play this and the tunnel is rotating, but it is speeding up and slowing down the same way it was doing before. It's not completely looping all the way. So make sure everything's selected, hit key, go to interpolation mode and change it to linear. Now you can see this loops 100%. It is fully looping now, and it is gorgeous. Now just put some house or club music to this, and you got every single music visualizer in the world that's house or club. Very cool. Hope you, ladies and gentlemen, enjoyed today's tutorial. I will see you in the next one. But until then, bye-bye.